Hey, hello, welcome back to the channel. I came across a problem with my vintage bike here, and it was kind of a struggle to find a spare part. There's always a critical part you can't get your hand on, except you find some lucky guy who has some new old stock or so. But here's the thing here, I thought before I waste more time, I just make the slide for a carburetor. That's what it is actually myself. All the top ring on three of them were broken off, so you can't use it anymore. So I modeled it up in a CAD program, as you can see, and I wrote some CNC programs to machine the slide out of a piece of aluminum. And in this video, you can see how I did it. Enjoy it, and I hope you have fun. Yeah, the first thing I did was pretty much find some junk material in the barn here to do it, and I decided to have a nice 70-75 bar here and used it for the slide. I have to drill a hole inside of the slide because there's a guide in there which is used to guide the slide up and down when you rev up the throttle. They create some vacuum in the top and sucks it up. And that one is pressed into the original one, and as you can see in the upper left video, I machined it out of one of the slides so I know the sizing, so I can prepare it. So I use some good old European ISO system here. The shaft, it's when I measured it, it's a K7 tolerance is about 16 microns over, and I make the hole about 1 micron under, or 1 to 5 microns under. So when I heat up the slide a little bit and freeze the guide, it should pop right in there and stay there for a while. So the only thing left is pretty much put the 3 grooves in the top of the piston here, where it rides inside of the vacuum chamber there, and then part it off. And after that I will put it on the mill and finish the rest. I just quick check how far I have to part it off, so I have enough material when I turn it around to finish it up. I'm too lazy, I should use the caliper, but hey, when you have the part laying around, why not? And here's the finished part out of the lathe. So now it's a little bit thick on the top still, but I milled that off in the milling machine. The first thing I have to do on a milling machine is pretty much find the center and set a datum so I can start drilling the holes and mill it. So I do some center drilling first, and then get the drill and drill all the way through. And after that I have to put that little concave surface in the end. I measured that surface actually on the machine with the probe, so I know exactly what radius it is. And here it is, pretty much first operation done. Now I have to flip it over and do the inside. I measured both slides, the old one and the new one, so I have exactly the same weight when it's pretty much all said and done. So the machine doesn't have any problems with vacuum pretty much pulling up the slide under load. Now this side is a little bit trickier to set up because of the holes have to be in the right orientation when you mill the slide, because on the inside of the slide is a little flat part which lines up with a slot, which lines up with a pin inside of the carburetor. So that's why I set up the part this way, dial in one hole with a probe, and the center hole, it gives me exactly what angle it is, then rotate my Z-axis, set it to 0, and then set the center as my datum. Plus double checking if the hole is on the right spot. And here we go. And as the last operation, I just have to put the slot in there, which links up to a pin inside of the carb so that the slide doesn't turn. And that's pretty much it. That thing is done. The only thing I have to do is now press the pin in and test it out. So I hope you enjoyed that, and as much as me making it. And spoiler alert, actually it worked fine. I had to make 3 of them, so that was fun. So then, till then, I hope you have a great week, and let's keep the old machines running.